The dark truth about Instagram models.
Instagram influencers. There are a dozen different videos that can be made about the various grifts, outright scams, predatory, manipulative, or otherwise insane ongoings with people that fall into that group. But today, we're going to focus on a specific one, the degeneracy of Instagram models.
Oh man!
In particular, the really attractive ones you see posing next to yachts, in 5-star hotels, next to infinity pools in the sky, flaunting expensive designer clothes, traveling the globe in style.
Degenerates grynai.
I'll tell you, they had to go through some real shit. Unlike everyone else who toils away day by day at the job they most likely hate, for a wage that likely doesn't represent their real value, these models can earn more than the average yearly wage in a single weekend. But what are they doing for that? And why is it that all these models seem to go to the same place? What is it about Dubai that attracts all these young, attractive women?
Money.
Check and Mr. Ali too. After that, we are having unprotected sex, and I will let Mr. Ali lick the humus of my feet. I will also fuck his virgin brother, who is 13 years old. And Mr. Ali is paying me $50,000 US.
This was leaked in 2022. It's a woman agreeing on video as a sort of social contract to the terms of an arrangement. The arrangement is not uncommon at all. In fact, this one is tame compared to what you can find online, which includes videos of those encounters. Me saying what you've just heard is tame should let you know what's going on can get real crazy. The general consensus is that models like this make most of their money from brand deals. In reality, many of them are using that social media clout as an alternative kind of advertising. They're not advertising products, they are the product. And the buyer is usually a very wealthy man from the Middle East. Dubai is the playground of the ultra wealthy, and what is a good playground without some toys? Where are they going to find them? Enter Instagram.
Yeah, I got the watch that matches it.
How much is that?
This was $450,000 or something. Something.
All right, guys, welcome to my car collection.
The fucked up relationship between society and the fake lives of social media stars is always bad. I don't see many positives to it, but it's almost never worse than this. Social media is seen as a window into only the best of a person's life. This gives them the power to shape it how they see fit. Will they shape it using nuance, showing the bad along with the good? Unlikely, because psychologically you crave acceptance and want others to think highly of you. The result, especially when this window is conveyed only with pictures, is that of a perfect existence, which is completely unattainable. A rainy Wednesday at 4 AM when you've ate a bad kebab and are glued to the toilet at both ends with food poisoning doesn't go on the gram. But when you're out at a fancy restaurant eating tiny overpriced meals, get that on there. Now, what about when your entire livelihood is tied to this Instagram profile? You can dial everything up to 11. Photoshop, cosmetic surgery, professional photography equipment, and personnel to operate them, travel as much as possible, essentially make people...
Čia legit visas pasaulis, kurio visiškai nekenčiu, tipo, kur plėta. Tuštybė mūgė tiesiog, I guess. Nu, aišku, labai mažas procentas turbūt žmonių galvoja, kad čia kažkas verto. Visi turbūt taip galvoja, ne veltui taip ir vadinate. Apart tas vienas mažas procentas, I guess.
Will buy into the idea that your life is out of this world amazing. Now, if you're watching this video, you might be somebody that
pasaulis dabar su tarakonais.
Nobody can fall for it. That's incorrect. It actually has a provable, wide-scale impact on people that follow these social media stars. Let's look at the male-dominated grifts that are in this arena, such as the self-help and guru sphere. Hey you, yeah you sat on YouTube, wasting your life watching videos. I used to be just like you. But now look at me. I'm in my Bugatti, I've got 15 girlfriends, and I've got more millions in my bank account than you've got on your World of Warcraft account. Look at my social media, expensive cars, expensive clothes, expensive watches, expensive women. You can have it all too. Just buy my course for $900. It's on sale right now, because of course it is, and it's definitely worth $5,000 usually, but I'm such a nice guy that I'm going to give it to you for $900. This concept, along with the complex psychology of how you would personally use and engage with social media, turns all this into an incredibly effective tool. Generally, you see your friends on social media, you see their lives, you see your own life, and you think what you're seeing is real. But even your real friends are putting up their best life on there. That's not how they're living day to day. For the gurus, for them it's mostly all fake. The cars are rented, the clothes are rented, the watch is fake, and the women are probably rented as well, at least to start out. Later on, maybe they'll become real. That's if they're successful. But usually, as time passes, the charlatans have been outed, moved on, or ran out of money to fake their lifestyle and went back to the job that they hated before. But as you can see from the rise of people like Andrew Tate and the manosphere in general, other men see this and they want to emulate it. The followers buy the course and they think that's actually going to be good for their life and they're going to become wealthy just like...
Aš nežinau, kažkaip labai senai... Čia apibūdino tą visą tą hustle culture ir panašiai. Nežinau, man visą laiką buvo labai įdomu, kur žmonės gyvena ir dirba tam, kad surastų priežastį, kam dirba. Tipo, žmonės dirba tam, kad rastų priežastį, kam dirbti reikia. Kas man niekad nebuvo logiška, tipo. Ne tai, kad logiška, kas man niekad nebuvo intuityvų. Tipo, man reikia mašinos, kad galėčiau nuvaryti darbą ir man reikia uždirbti, kad galėčiau tą mašiną nusipirkti ir tada kurą pirkti ir išlaikyti. Tipo, okei. Ir aišku, darbas tau daugiau apmoka, bet žmogus galėtų, tipo, jau gerą gyvenimą gyventi, viskas gerai, bet tada jie nusiperka kaip čia dalykų, dėl kurių jiems skaudės galva. Ir tada jie turės dirbti ar daugiau, ar uždirbti daugiau, ar panašiai, kad išlaikyti tos dalykus, kurių nereikėjo, bet jie nusipirko ir savo susikūrė problemą. Tipo, toks, nežinau, toks tarsi labai ratas gaunas. Ir taip visą gyvenimą darai ir tada tie žmonės skundžias, kad nelaimingi, laiko neturi niekam ir panašiai. Ir aš žinau, bet kodėl tą darom tada? Kodėl tą darot? Ir aš labai stengiuosi to nedaryti. Ir aš žinau, aš daug neturiu, aš nežinau, su kuo lyginti, žinai. Aš daug neturiu, bet man daug ir nereikia. Aš labai sudėliau gyvenimą, kad gyvenčiau to, kas man patinka. Aš galiu gamint, kiek tik noriu realiai, galiu daryti, ką noriu. Ir visą gyvenimą realiai galėjau daryti, ką noriu. Vietom man pasisekė, vietom buvau privilegijuotas, sure. Bet iš esmės, dariau, ką noriu. Ir tam nereikia milijonų. Ir jo, tu kitokį gyvenimą gali gyventi ir panašiai, bet tu turėsi ir daugiau dirbtam. Nebent jeigu tu ten laimėtum milijardus ar paveldėtum, realiai tu turėsi tam, kad tas pats Andrew Tate, kad turėtų milijonus pinigų ir daug brangių moterų ir 15 draugių. Jis dabar kalėjime už tai sėdi, jis turėjo belenkiek dirbti dėl to, labai daug dirbti dėl to. Žiauriai daug turėjo dirbti. Jau kai daug pinigų turėjo, gal tas darbas jo tapo ten labiau podcastus vaikščiot, I don't know, bet turėjo labai daug darbo įdėti. Labai daug atsakomybių turėti, biznius pradėti, skemus vykdyti, ką tik darytų. Ir visi žmonės, kurie ten daug turi ir to gyvena, jo, bet tas ir gaunas, kiek tu realiai laiko, jeigu tu visą tą darai ir tau labai patiko daryti, jeigu tau patinka dirbti, patinka skeminti žmonės, patinka į biznio meetingus vaikščioti, dėrėtis, panašiai, valio, zaibės, tu ir tada gali ir turėti pinigų daug ir zaibės. Bet kam patinka tas? Kam patinka tas? Labai mažam procentui žmonių, didžioji dauguma žmonių norėtų rezultato tokio, jo būtų turtingi, bet gerai, kiek tu laiko iš tikrųjų turėsi daryti tą, ką tu nori daryti? Kiek tu laisvo laiko turėsi savo ar savo šeimai, ar ten, kas tau berūpėtų, kad galėtum ten savaitgalį kiną nuvaryti, ar tu tiesiog dirbti turėsi, tam, kad pasiektum kažkada tą svajonę kažkokią. Su to nieko nėra blogai, jeigu tu tą nori daryti, bet praleisti 20 metų, arint kiekvieną dieną ir prašai nenugyvenant jokio gyvenimo ir nieko, ten prašai jokio laisvo laiko, kad tenais užsidirbtum milijoną ir galėtum tą gyvenimą kažkurį laiką pagyventi, aš nežinau, sure, bet kiek čia procentų žmonių tas tiks? Kiek procentų žmonių tą nori? Aš nežinau, man niekad tai nebuvo aktualu. Man visą laiką užteko, kiek aš turiu, kartais turėjau daugiau, kartais turėjau mažiau, bet visą laiką galėjau daryti, ką noriu, kiekvieną dieną. Atsikeli ir Man galvos neskauda, kad man mašiną reikia mokesčius mokėti. Aišku, būna kartais problemos, atsakomybės, bet minimaliai. Bet aš stengiuosi gyvenimą, kad kuo mažiau man būtų tokių dalykų. Ir aš galiu rytoj nustoti streamint. Ir niekada daugiau nejung streamo. Ir visą dieną gamint. Aš galiu tą daryti. Nenoriu to daryti, bet galėčiau, jeigu norėčiau. Ir, I don't know. Gerai, žiūrim toliau.
Like their idol that sold it to them. The smart
Oi, ble, dar. Ačiū Karaliu, kad talpini savo kontentą į YouTube. Kuris beveik niekad negaliu būti Twitch'e, tai dieną darbe pasijungti tavo video tapo rutina ir bes dalykas daugiau ir švietėjišką veiklą. Kažkuria prasme padarė ir nemažą įtaką ir saukimų apie dalykus vykstančius pasaulyje. Labai ačiū tau, Turbonai, kad atėjai ir parašei tą. Cool.
Make their own course and try to become their idol. And you might be thinking, what does this have to do with Instagram models and this video's topic? Well, for them, it's even worse. Ouroboros, an ancient symbol depicting a serpent eating its own tail. What do I mean by that? Attractive young women post on Instagram, amass followers, show their privileged, extravagant and seemingly perfect lifestyle to those followers, and then other women, maybe younger than them, see this without knowing exactly how it was procured and following their footsteps. The cycle continues on and on. It's exploitative at every single level. And that isn't to say if you're an attractive woman that has a high follower count on Instagram that you are participating in this behaviour. Luckily, there are many such safer and more legit ways to make money from a large following. But if you do see one of these models flaunting their Dubai pictures a few times a year, people should probably know what's going on there. The hashtag and nickname Dubai Porta Potty was trending not so long ago, and yes, it is exactly what it sounds like.
Let's talk about this Dubai Porta Potty. It's called portable potty, like a human potty, a human toilet.
Essentially, girls were being contacted by wealthy men to be flown out to the Middle East, mostly Dubai in particular, to engage in a ton of different insane and disgusting acts. Now, while I'm usually one to say whatever two consenting adults do behind closed doors is their business, obviously, when you factor in all the elements I've just outlined in this video, things do need to be talked about. Especially when you consider the United Arab Emirates have pretty strict laws when it comes to prostitution, which makes these such arrangements illegal. But considering the wealth and power of those involved, actually incredibly dangerous to engage in on the woman's behalf and not on the man's. These people are above the law, essentially, and you're being flown into a country to do illegal things where if you do something wrong or you don't provide the services which you've been contracted for or things get out of hand, you are the one that has no safety. Which is why this all came to a head. There was a leak of a video of a Dubai porta potty happening. The woman in the video unfortunately took her own life after it was posted online, while still in Dubai, jumping from the 7th story of her hotel.
Yep.
There are, of course, numerous other stories of women just straight going missing. Nobody knows if they're alive, or if they've been tricked there under false pretenses and have been forced into the sex industry full-time, just unable to leave. The most common thing that happens, though, is pay for play. The play here being things that you would only see on some very specific and horrific websites, most of which I can't even say out loud for risk of this video being hidden under the darkest corner of the algorithm, never to see the light of day. But I'm talking about animals doing stuff to you, you doing stuff to animals, animals going in you, large groups of men, like 10 to 20 doing stuff to you, making you eat the poo-poo. It's not uncommon for that video you saw at the intro to be a factor either. I mean, you're already there performing illegal activities for money anyway, so what's one more illegal activity to go along with it, especially when they're going to give you 50 grand for said activity. And anyway, who doesn't love dogs and camels? This, of course, is a sliding scale. The more extreme the encounter, the more money involved. This can get up to 6 figures for a couple of days of heinous acts, though it's considerably more common to be 5 to 10 grand with business class tickets, a fancy hotel stay, and a shopping trip with a rich man's credit card for a weekend of normal escorting activities. And of course, cryptocurrency plays a factor here, because if you can find an industry, you'll also find cryptocurrency involved somewhere along the way. If you are one of these girls that's lucky enough, apparently, to land yourself one of these real big whales, chances are they're going to fly you in and out on a private jet. So you'll be able to carry your new Louis Vuitton bag with 50 grand in cash in it when you leave. But if you're flying commercial, that's not going to work. You're going to be stopped and have your money confiscated. Luckily for you, the magic internet money is here to save the day. Simply accept the money in whatever cryptocurrency they want to use, and then you can fly business class back to your country, take a 48-hour-long shower, book a therapist, get yourself to a clinic for a checkup, and get back to posting on Instagram with all your nice new luxury goods that were gifted to you in between whatever soul-destroying thing you had to do for it. I'm a firm believer that social media has given us a great number of things, some of them amazing. The interconnected nature of being able to have a conversation with seemingly an infinite number of people from different walks of life, cultures, backgrounds and experiences, staying connected during different times, the ability to learn at an unprecedented rate with easy accessibility, freedom of information. It's even given some of us, like me, a job, but it has also given us clout culture, flexing a fake lifestyle, the mental health epidemic that's plaguing particularly younger people who see everyone living amazing lives and contrast it to their own mediocre or shit one. You only have to look at people like Kim Kardashian or any other number of big influencer, big social media star to see that people, particularly young women, look up to these individuals. Some of the richest and biggest, most searched people on the planet are people that just have large Instagram followings. And when people follow, inevitably, many people are going to want to emulate. Because it's obvious, right? You're living a mediocre or poor life, and these people are showing you the pinnacle of existence, the literal dream. They're not telling you all the bad things, they're not showing you any of the bad things. And this really does get into people's head. It's literal brain rot, and it's incredibly common. And this is the dark truth.
Ble, man pasisekė iš tikrųjų gyvenime, ne? Nes gimiau be savybės autoritetų turėti, I guess. Visą laiką nenorėjau, nu, kaip priešinausi jiems. O čia aš nieko tam nepadariau. Ok, su tokia savybė tiesiog gimiau, kad mano autoritetai visą laiką neegzistavo toks kaip dalykas. O jeigu egzistuotų, realiai tada vat ir prasideda. Kur tu pradedi žiūrėti influencerius, pradedi lyginti save su kitais, ten ir panašiai, ir panašiai. Aš niekada neturėjau. Aš tik žiūrėjau savo, ką aš darau, ką aš noriu daryti ir man niekada nerūpėjo. Nei muzikantai, nei žvaigždės, nei influenceriai, nei kažkas. Tiesiog nerūpėjo. Gerbiau porą žmonių per metus, tipo. Vieną ten už sunkų darbą, kitą ten už kažkokį pasiekimą gal ar panašiai. Bet niekada nebuvo taip, kad va, aš dabar darysiu tą, ką jis, nes jis yra successful ir jis mano autoritetas ar kažką, tipo, ar kad lookupinčiau į kažką tokio, tiesiog niekad nebuvo ir čia tiesiog didžiausia turbūt sėkmė buvo, nes blėt, iš tikro tragedija. Nope, nei pro playeriai kažką ten. Idra buvo vienas, kur tikrai gerbiau čiuvaką, kur žaidė StarCraft'ą dar senais laikais, kur varė į Korėją. Bet vėlgi, ne autoritetas, tiesiog ne Andrew Tate, nu. Ir, jo, pretty much dabar neįsivaizduotina, kaip grinai jaunam dabar vaikui, kuris vat neturi tos savybės, kuriam, nu, autoritetai kaip ir bet kuriam yra gan svarbus ten dalykas, žinai, ir panašiai. Ir jis augo va tokioj planetoje, kur Instagramas, feedai, YouTube'as, vien tik feedai ir vien tik technologija, kur labai warped perceptionas turėtų būti tiesiog, kas yra gyvenimas normalus ar panašiai. Ir su tom visom problemom augti ir dylinti turbūt būtų sudėtingas dalykas. Damn. Jo, visus vardinsi dabar, ne? Ne, tiesiog neturiu ir... Kas yra labai liūdna, kad labai daug žmonių bando kopijuoti šitą lifestyle. Aš net pati žinau 5+, kur daugiau nieko nėra, tik šitas apsimetinėjimas. Aš pažįstu biškai daugiau... Biškai daugiau, nežinau kiek čia pasakot, tarkim, žmonių, kur gal kai kurios ir jūs vardus esat girdėję, kai kurie, kur gal ne Dubajaus lygio kontraktus pasirašinėjo, žinai, bet susitarimus tokius darė, tam tikras paslaugas, kur tarsi parduoda už tam tikrus dalykus, ar ten kokį naują kompiuterį, žinai, ar dar kažką.